guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm now back with a new video, but this time it's on a trending topic, the iPhone 13 release. I'm here on this video with Tuba himself. How are you, Tuba?
I'm very well, Cal. Today we have a very interesting topic, like you said. It's going to be on Apple and the new iPhone. Everyone loves a new iPhone, and today we're going to cover so much. I hope you guys learn so much from this video.
Yes, 100%. And like, to know that is literally going to come out soon, and the pre-orders being on the 17th of September at literally 1 p.m, everyone is literally going bonkers. I'm seeing so many tweets about it, and I'm seeing so much market news updates about what the iPhone's going to look like and the actual characteristics and the quality of it. Now, I mean, when it does come out as a pre-order for the 1 p.m. on the 17th of September, it's going to be out on all online stores, like of course EE, Carphone Warehouse, and so forth. Now, we always need to understand about the pros and cons of actually going for it, and based on that we can look at how that could have an impact on Apple on its stock price run. Okay, now of course, as we know, that Apple has had its strong bullish run. It's been having that solid run, especially the last couple months since June. It's had a very lovely run, and Tuba, I'm sure you've noticed that as well, looking into that stock yourself.
Exactly. I mean, we've spoken about Apple a few months back, around about June time as well, and at that time the recommendation was to look for buying opportunities. I mean, Apple it's a loved stock. Everyone loves Apple. Everyone uses Apple iPhones. It's a no-brainer. I mean, you're using their phones every single day, so you see the value in the stock.
Yeah, exactly, and especially with certain aesthetically pleasing things that the iPhone 13 actually has, like the manufacturing material actually having an upgrade, which is amazing to create that luxury look for the device. Now, I know that, of course, with saying that, it did have an impact on the actual weight of the product as well with iPhone. So, Tuba, I don't know if you know that the weight of this iPhone 13 is slightly heavier. Not so much of a difference compared to the iPhone 12, but it's always good to add this in, okay? Now, it has like the main features of having the A15 BIONIC processor as well, whilst the iPhone 12 was an A14. So it's good to know, like, okay, cool, they're trying to make an upgrade on the processor, which is something great for everyone to hear, especially the tech guys that will use iPhones for a lot more complex things. Now, as you already know, that with the Apple devices, especially with all of them, you cannot actually increase the internal space by adding a memory card. So, I mean, yes, I understand. Like, a lot of people were anticipating, oh, would they potentially add something like that to actually increase the memory? But they haven't done so thus far. So, as we already know, of course, with the colors, the front camera, the rear camera, and so forth, they're all solid. In terms of size, they're all the same. In terms of the quality, we're predicting a stronger camera, but only time will tell. We've got to wait for that big moment, the big release on the 17th.
The camera the upgrade that's gonna be happening with the camera is gonna come with a cinematic feature, which is basically gonna allow you to be able to take like Hollywood pictures and videos on that cinematic feature, which I think is really great. They're doing excellent work on the camera side of the iPhones, and they've been improving with every single drop, which really adds a lot of value to the product.
I know, it's crazy. Now, like, based on all of this, like, I'm seeing a lot of anticipation. Like, a lot of people on Twitter are actually saying, oh, I can't wait to get this iPhone 13 and whatnot. But remember, they always upload their products at around like the September mark, like September, October. So whenever that does happen, it does potentially push the Apple price upwards. But we always need to understand, with the previous models of the iPhone, we've noticed that they always had like some little problems with them, like in the first couple weeks. Now, we've got to wait for the next, let's say, couple weeks after the release of the iPhone to see if there's any sort of problems that we could encounter. Because, of course, that would, of course, would actually decrease the price of the Apple prices.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, like it's very important to always understand, like, if it has a smooth run, the release goes out perfectly, we could expect growth. Now, we've got a support level, right, on the Apple prices at around the 145 mark, 144. So this is a potential. It's made a major pullback since the 157 mark. So
Yep.
based on what we're seeing, especially when it's a bullish run, we should always look at buying opportunities for Apple. I mean, these are the type of directions that we're looking at on the daily charts. We can always change it based on the options that we have here. Now, if I go on the weekly charts, it would read something slightly different. On the weekly,
I would say 145. That's a good buying zone for the Apple stock. It's tested that area a couple of times, and that's proven in the past that, you know, at 145 there's buying opportunities. You can go into the market. Right now, Apple is currently trading slightly lower. It's been trading lower off its highs of about 150, 160 actually, 157 actually. Right now it's at 147, and we're having a slight pullback. That pullback, we're anticipating it to drop maybe to 145 and find some grounding at 145. At 145, we should find some good buying opportunities right there.
Exactly. So it's always good to keep an eye on that. But remember, whenever there's major news like this, it can overshadow the actual technical analysis for Apple stocks. So we always need to understand, like, whenever you're doing technical analysis, it's always good to do it outside of fundamental analysis. Whenever news like this is coming out for this week, I will look at strictly fundamental analysis, how the release came about, the actual sales for the product, whether you're seeing loads of people running into the shop trying to go for this product. We start looking at how much of a difference it is compared to the previous models of the iPhone, and then base it off that, and then go potentially long. But around the September mark, majority of the time, iPhone does produce, and it carries on with that strong bullish run, which I've noticed personally.
Yeah. Another thing as well that you have to understand about Apple drop in September time, it's actually a strategic move, because around about September time, you're going into the Christmas period. There's going to be, you're going to have Black Friday, then you're going to have the Christmas period. So there's a lot of holidays coming. They drop just before the holiday season, and that's where they actually capture the most sales during the holiday season. Mm-hmm. So going into the year end, you usually have Apple performing really well. If you look back in a couple of years back, going into the year end, usually Apple stock really appreciates.
Yeah, and in terms of like the battery life, you know how we always had problems with our iPhones, that how it just dies off really quickly. There's potential that it could be a little bit longer, so you should see a larger capacity in that respect. So that could be something great for iPhone, and it can bring a lot of positivity for investors to actually go long for Apple. So of course, if you are trading on Apple on TradingView, it's AAPL /USD. But it's always good to actually have that there, so you can literally trade and go on a daily chart and make your positions. So it's good to have that there. And always remember, whenever you're trading with Apple, especially because it's a large market cap, think of long-term positions. Like, yes, you can jump in now and then close it in the next couple of days. I understand that, but the aim of Apple is to hold positions when you do get in, catching it at the right point. Be patient, which I recommend. I know it's a cliche term that everyone says be patient about trading, but especially with catching the right trades, it means the world, literally.
Yeah. Timing is everything when it comes to entering the markets, and especially with Apple, you gotta have good timing when to enter the markets. Like we said, you know, going into the holiday season, right now the stock is currently experiencing a pullback. So it's all about timing. If you're someone who's got excellent timing, maybe you consider going at a 145 or the next support area. But if you do get in at the right time, you know, Apple is one of those stocks which you basically buy and hold for a longer period of time, because of number one, its position in the market. Number two, its financial health as well. It has good financial health and it has a good position in the market. So it's a long-term investment, I would say.
Yeah, exactly, and because they're bringing out the iPhone 13, the Pro Max, the Pro and Mini, and so forth. I mean, they have literally everything in one release. So I do recommend it being something amazing for us. Look, if you're looking on the monthly charts, you can clearly see that it's been strong. Even since November 2020, it's had nothing but bullish runs. So this could be something that we need to look into. Bearish movements is healthy for a market. Whenever you see bearish movements on the charts, don't panic and think, oh no, Apple's dropping. No, this is healthy. A strong bearish pullback creates a great bullish run. Now, if it comes back down to the 145 mark, like Chuba mentioned, then we could look at potential long trades. Remember, on the release day, there's going to be a lot of volatility. You've got to wait at least a couple days, ideally. Let it marinate, let the market marinate before executing a trade.
Marinate.
Let the market marinate. It's so important, and I feel like people love to trade like just before and speculate. Speculation sometimes, yeah, it's all well and good having it as an opinion, but trading on speculation sometimes could be dangerous. You've got to wait, see what news is coming out, see what they're saying about the product. If it looks solid, then just go along accordingly. But always take that into consideration. And remember, guys, when you are going through this, you've got our support. You can message us at any time on my Instagram. You got our Telegram group that I want you guys to actually check out. So we'll be putting out our market updates, and of course, Chuba provides daily videos, daily updates of what he provides on the markets. And so you've got that support from us. You're not on your own in this journey, and I feel like this is something that we should take full advantage of. The iPhone 13 release. Yep.
Agreed. The other thing as well is that when you look at Apple as a company, they have the iPhone, iPad. They're also releasing some iPads. They're also releasing some Apple Watches as well. And then you've got the streaming side of things. You've got Apple TV, and you have Apple Music. Do you use Apple Music sometimes? I actually prefer Apple Music over Spotify sometimes.
It's quality, and sometimes you get exclusive songs or exclusive albums that come out on Apple Music before the Spotify's and a few others. So I mean, it is quality in that respect, and I always go by Apple Music. Apple Music's quality.
Agreed.
So it's always good to notice that we're always ahead of the game and trading accordingly. Make sure that when you are trading with stocks, keep your risk management on bay, and make sure that your account size, make sure that your lot sizes are according to your account balance equity. So guys, remember, you've got to like, comment, and subscribe. Show some support. Remember, you drop anything that you want in the comment box, and we'll be here to answer them and provide videos on any inquiries you may have. And always remember, we have the Telegram group. Me and Chuba will be running that, so you can literally ask any questions you may have. You've got our socials on there as well in the description box below. So Chuba, I know this is going to be a massive day for Apple in the stock market, but we could be going on forever about the price of the stock and what it could potentially be. But speculation is one thing, but it's very important for us to actually wait for the day, see the results, and then trade accordingly. So as for now, guys, we're gonna leave, and it's a blessing from me and Chuba. One love.